So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get the mean, median and mode. So with that in mind, let's head over to my laptop. So if you want to follow along, in the description below, I have a link to the dataset being used and also the R scripts as well. So the first thing we're going to do is load in one of the tabs off one of the datasets and then view the data. So how we do that is we load in the library read Excel so we can read the Excel file, and then we're going to pick sheet best actor and in brackets 2010. So we're looking at the best actors who were awarded an Oscar between 2010 and 2019, and then we're just going to view the data. So if we just run this, we can see here we have the ages of all the different actors at the point they won their Oscar. Finding the mean or the average is really simple in R because they already have a function that allows you just to run it straight out of the box. So you can just type in mean, and then in brackets, you select what your data set is called. In this case, we called it Actor 2010s, which is we got here. And then you point with the $sign to get the column that you want. In this case, we're using age, as we can see here. And then we're going to get the mean of all ages for winners of Oscars in that decade. So if we just run this now, we can see the mean or average is 45.9 years. And as with the mean, the median, again, is something that comes straight out the box. You just need to do the exact same thing you did with mean, but this time you type in median first, then you put your table and the column that you're going to use. So if we just run that now, we'll then get the median, which is different to the mean because it uses what is the middle number. Now, there isn't someone who's going to be, well, you could be 0.5 if you were 42 and a half, but this is done purely based on this was your age. So it's telling you that the median age is 52.5. And if we go here and just order these, if we go down, we can see here, this is the middle point because we got 10 rows, and here would be, if there was 11, would be the middle point. But because it isn't, we're now seeing 41 and 44 as the two. And as that's a free difference between the two ages, half of that would be 1.5. You add 1.5 to 41 will give you 42.5, and if you take away 1.5 from 44, you get 42.5. So that's how the median works. And as we're going to move on to mode, what mode is the most of a value that shows up within that particular column that you're looking at. And as we can see here, we've got 1, 1, 1, and then we got 2 showing up for 41, and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So the only age that is showing up more than once is 41. Now that's easy to spot because we're only looking at 10 rows. If you had hundreds, thousands, millions of rows and you needed to find what the mode was, the most common value, this wouldn't be possible just by viewing the table. You could try it, but it'd be a bit long. So I wouldn't try that. The best way to do this in R is to see how can we count how many times these show up as a table. If we go back to our code, we don't have the luxury of what we had with mean and median because mode in R gives you what the value is. It doesn't give us the number, it gives us the type, which is numeric. So what we need to do is get what we did before by counting the number of ages, so how many times they show, and we can do that by using a table. And how that works is just like with the mean and median, you just put your table name as before, and then the column with the $sign between the two, and we just put table at the front. Now, if we was to run this, you'll get a count of all the different ages. Now, because there's 10 rows, but 41 shows twice, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's made sure that when it's doing its count, it's picked out that 41 is the one that shows up the most. Now in just this data set, absolutely fine, we can see there is 41 twice, and because that's the highest and it's the one there, it will pick it up that one first. If there was more, which I'll show later, with the same amount, it will always pick the first one. But the good thing is, by doing this particular code here, which is called which.max, it will not only give you what is the highest value, which is 41, but it also tell you in the table how many columns are long. So the result won't just show you 41, it will show you 41 and 4. And 4 is because 1, 2, 3, 4. Column 4 So then you can go and check the data, see what it relates to, which I'll show where that comes in useful if you wanted to know the number, if you were using something that wasn't a number and you're using a string of text, i.e. someone's name. But like I said, we'll come back to that. So to get that result that I told you about where you can see 41, you need to wrap that table logic there in which.max in brackets. So basically you type which.max, open bracket, table, open bracket, your data table with a $sign and the column you want, and then close bracket, close bracket. So if we was to run this now, we'll see 41 and 4, because remember, it's the fourth column. So if we run, we now see, as I said, 41 and 4. So now I covered how easy it is just to get the mean, median, and mode in R. What happens if you come across a data set that has NAs in it? If we load in our next data set, which is in the same Excel file, it's just now we're going to use the tab sheet name best actor. So if we just run that now and load that in, we can view the data. And as we can see, pulled through all the data where you can see all the ages of all the Oscar winners of best actor through all the years. This goes back to when it first started. If we were to run the logic mean with the data, table name, and the column, while there's an NA showing up under age, we will get an error. So if I run this, just to prove a point, we get NA. To get around this and keep your code nice and neat, all you have to do is write the same as you did before, but instead of just leaving it with actor with the $sign age, like we've done here, you just want to put just before that na.omit. And what that would do is omit any NAs that are in that particular column. So if we was to run this now, we will get the mean age of all Oscar winners so far. And as we can see, the average age is 44.45263. I don't know what that would be in months or even weeks if we were to say 44.5 as your average. And that is, if we go back, younger than what the mean is for the decade of 2010. Because we have more scope of ages, it'd be interesting to see what the median comes out as. So again, we were going to run the median, but this time with the na.omit, so we can actually get the result and not get an NA as the result. And if we was to run that, it's 43. And if we look back, we can actually see older. So even though the mean of the winners in the decade of 2010s was higher, the actual median age is actually less. So it's very interesting to see that the median age is actually higher, but the actual mean age is lower for the whole of the Oscar winners of Best Actor. So now we have a look at the mode, and the good thing about using table is you don't have to worry about the NAs because it would remove them anyway. So all we have to do is run exactly how we did before. So if we look at table, we can see how many times an age pops up. So if we quickly look at this bottom part here, we can see 6, 6, 6, and that looks like it. So here we can actually see that there's more than one the same. But the issue we have, if I was to run this with the which.max with the table, actor, age column, it will give us this one because this is the first one it will see. So it should run with 37 as the mode, even though there are two others which are of a higher age. And then it will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. So it will give you 37 and 9. So we run that and we can see 37 and 9. And this is always going to be a problem when looking for the mode, because if you've got ones that are more than, it's a good idea to always run that table first. And this is why I'm showing running the table first, is that then you can find out exactly if that is actually the mode. And you can get the mode as well if you were to say do a table and do a count of how many times they are and just sort it so you can see the highest first. It can work in the same way as well. So just be careful when looking at mode. Mode will always give you a result, but for whatever it comes to first. And the good thing about using this particular technique as well as a mode is it works well when working with text as well. So if you wanted to know the best actor who's won the most Oscars, you can do that by simply picking out the actor column. So if we show it here, actor is the name and we're not using age anymore. If we was to run that, you can see all the actors and all the counts. Now it's really hard to read you can't really see or be easily count. You can see 2s, 1s, but if you was to run then with the which.max, it will then give you Daniel Day-Lewis, and he is on the 16. So if we go up to the top, we can count there's 4, 8, 12, 16. So this is 16, and there we go, 3. So we can see Daniel Day-Lewis has won it 3 times. And if we just have a quick look, we can see there's no other 3s in here. No, the highest is 2. So he's actually the only person, or the only male, to have won an Oscar 3 times under Best Actor. Now, obviously, there's Best Supporting Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, and all the other ones as well. But under just Best Actor, Daniel Day-Lewis has won it the most, which is 3 times. So now you know how to do the mean median mode. Why don't you check out these other videos over here to carry on your analytical journey? And as always, until next time.